My name is Alexis Horn. Jack Thorpe and the county of Jim Thorpe, PA had a major conflict in the late 1900s to the early 2000s over Jim Thorpe's remains to be moved back to his hometown. It took about 50 years to resolve this conflict. James Francis Thorpe, known as Jim Thorpe, was the first Native American athlete to win an Olympic gold medal for his country. In the state of Pennsylvania, there is a town named after Jim Thorpe. Jim Thorpe, PA is where Thorpe is buried today. Thorpe's family had included 3 wives and 8 children. One of Thorpe's sons, John Thorpe, known as Jack Thorpe, and the town of Jim Thorpe, PA, had a huge controversy over the burial place of Jim Thorpe's body. This whole problem started when Jim Thorpe's third wife, Patricia Askew, took his body 1,340 miles away from his hometown, Shawnee, Oklahoma, to a small borough in Pennsylvania. Askew announced that her husband was too cold, so she had the coffin put into the hearse and drove away. She drove the hearse around for many months until she found herself in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. She then asked 2 boroughs to unite under the name Jim Thorpe. The boroughs then did unite and changed their name to Jim Thorpe, PA, because of being so desperate for prosperity. Neely Tucker from the Washington Post stated in the article, Battle over athlete Jim Thorpe's burial site continues, that this might be the end of the story, except for the fact that 4 sons of Jim Thorpe never forgave and they never forgot. They have asked, pleaded, and 2 years ago sued in federal court to force the borough to right their stepmother's wrong. They want to bury their father where he wanted, in or near the Thorpe family plot on the Great Plains of rural Oklahoma, about a mile from where he was born. It is to them and the Sac and Fox Nation a fundamental human right for Native Americans to bury their people where they wish them to be buried. Jim Thorpe, PA, has politely but steadfastly refused to return the body. A federal judge decided that Thorpe's body would be given to the Sac and Fox Nation of Oklahoma to bury him where he wanted, somewhere near his hometown. Sometime later, John Thorpe, Thorpe's grandson, and his brother decided that Thorpe was perfect where he was and was not going to move by saying, "My brother and I believe my grandfather is at peace, and we don't want him to go anywhere." In conclusion, the conflict and compromise between Jack Thorpe and Jim Thorpe, PA, ended when a federal judge decided to give his body to the Sac and Fox Nation, but his grandsons decided it would stay.